Most folks my age were raised to believe that eggs are the pinnacle of protein, the undisputed champion for keeping strong. But I'm here to tell you that we've been fed a convenient but incomplete story. What if I told you that the food item clocking in at number 3 on the list I'm sharing today boasts more than 5 times the protein of an egg for the same 100-gram serving? And believe me, that's not even our most formidable contender, because the number 1 food we're going to unveil has even more muscle-building potential. It's so remarkably effective that medical researchers are currently investigating its power to reverse the debilitating muscle atrophy that follows a stroke. An egg will give you approximately 13 grams of protein per 100-gram serving. That's a decent number, but the foods I'm about to show you operate on a completely different level, with some reaching an astonishing 60 grams. And here's a startling reality. An estimated 99% of seniors have no clue these foods even exist. All the while, our muscle mass is quietly deserting us after we hit 60, leading to that familiar feeling of weakness, a slower gait, and a rising fear of falls, which the CDC confirms is a major risk, with over 1 in 4 older Americans falling each year. In this presentation, I will reveal the 10 foods that pack more protein than eggs, ranked in ascending order of power, from 10 all the way to number 1. You'll want to stick around, because the food in the top spot might just be the most neglected, yet most potent, muscle-restoring food on the entire planet. And you're going to find it in the most unexpected aisle of the grocery store. Rest assured, every single claim made here is supported by credible, published scientific research, which you can find linked in the description. Before we get started, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know where you're tuning in from and how your energy levels have been holding up lately. I make it a point to read and reply to every single one. Now, let's not waste another moment. We'll begin with food number 10. This one is often hidden in plain sight, yet most people are completely unaware of its true nutritional might. Number 10, strained, non-fat Greek yogurt, with 10.3 grams of protein per 100 grams. You've probably seen the commercials and heard that Greek yogurt is a healthy choice, but many seniors don't grasp just how concentrated in protein the non-fat, strained variety truly is. Delivering over 10 grams of protein per 100 grams, it handily surpasses a large boiled egg, which offers a mere 6.3 grams. That's nearly twice the value for building muscle, and it comes with less fat. The secret to Greek yogurt's power lies in its meticulous triple straining process. This technique removes a significant portion of the liquid whey and lactose, resulting in a product with a rich, velvety texture that is incredibly dense with high-quality protein. A 2020 clinical review featured in the journal Nutrients discovered that older adults who made a habit of consuming at least 20 grams of dairy-based protein daily experienced a remarkable 25% enhancement in muscle preservation over a 12-week period, especially when this was paired with regular walking. The best part? Greek yogurt is exceptionally easy to eat and digest, making it a fantastic option even for individuals with sensitive stomachs or a mild intolerance to lactose. To reap the maximum rewards, be sure to bypass the sugary, fruit-on-the-bottom versions. Instead, opt for plain, non-fat Greek yogurt and enhance it yourself with a spoonful of ground flax seeds or a handful of fresh berries. You can also leverage it as a creamy, high-protein foundation for smoothies, dips, or even salad dressings. Now let's pivot to a surprising protein hero that might have been sitting in your pantry for years, likely just collecting dust. Number 9, cooked chickpeas, which offer a solid 11.2 grams of protein per 100 grams. Most people view chickpeas or garbanzo beans as a simple filler for salads or a humble addition to soups, but they are concealing something truly powerful. Furnishing over 11 grams of protein per 100 grams once cooked, chickpeas quietly eclipse eggs in the critical game of preserving muscle. And unlike eggs, chickpeas provide something that seniors desperately need: dietary fiber. This translates to improved digestive regularity, more stable blood sugar levels, and reduced bodily inflammation. All factors that directly influence your capacity to maintain lean muscle mass as the years go by. A study reported in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition demonstrated that older adults who substituted some animal protein with plant-based alternatives like legumes experienced as much as a 26% decrease in age-related muscle deterioration. This benefit was attributed to lowered systemic inflammation and a healthier gut microbiome. Chickpeas are also brimming with magnesium, an essential mineral that facilitates proper muscle contraction and recovery. To get the most from your chickpeas, soaking them overnight before you cook them not only makes them easier on the digestive system, but also enhances the bioavailability of their nutrients. You can effortlessly mash them into a delicious hummus with a bit of olive oil and garlic, roast them with spices until they're crispy for a savory snack, or stir them into hearty stews, soups, and curries. Their creamy consistency and pleasant nutty flavor make them one of the most adaptable high-protein foods you're likely underutilizing. Next, we'll move on to a food that's frequently underestimated because of its small size, but it delivers an even mightier protein punch in every bite. Number 8, cooked quinoa, which provides about 14 grams of protein per 100 grams. The majority of people categorize quinoa as just a carbohydrate or a fashionable health grain. But if you're over 60, quinoa might be one of the most intelligent foods you can add to your plate, particularly for your morning or midday meal. What makes it so special? It's because quinoa provides around 14 grams of premium, complete protein per 100 grams, even after being cooked. That's correct. Quinoa stands as one of the very few plant-based foods that contains all 9 of the essential amino acids that your body cannot produce on its own. This means it's not just rich in protein, it's a source of highly usable protein that your muscles can efficiently absorb and convert into genuine strength. What makes this even more significant for seniors is quinoa's exceptionally high content of lysine. This amino acid is absolutely vital for muscle repair, the absorption of calcium, and even the formation of collagen, which supports our joints and skin. A 2022 study in Nutrients found that senior participants who ate quinoa daily saw about a 9% improvement in their leg strength in just 8 weeks when compared to a control group that ate white rice. The optimal way to prepare quinoa for maximum benefit is to give it a good soak overnight. This simple step helps to reduce anti-nutrients like saponins and significantly increases the bioavailability of its protein. For an extra boost of minerals, cook it slowly in bone broth or a low-sodium vegetable stock. You can even sprinkle in some turmeric and black pepper for a potent anti-inflammatory effect. Quinoa serves as a fantastic foundation for warm salads, vibrant stir-fries, or even savory breakfast bowls topped with sautéed spinach and mushrooms. The key to seeing results is consistency. Just a 3/4 cup serving each day can make a tangible difference in your muscle recovery and overall energy. Let's move up the ladder to number 7. Number 7, pumpkin seeds. With 19 grams of protein per 100 grams, these little seeds pack quite a punch. They may be small, but pumpkin seeds, sometimes called pepitas, are shockingly dense with nutrients that help save muscle. Packing 19 grams of protein per 100 grams, they provide almost double the amount that eggs deliver. But, it's not just the sheer quantity of protein that makes them so valuable, it's also the powerful nutrients that come along with it. Pumpkin seeds are actually one of the most abundant plant-based sources of magnesium, iron, and zinc, 3 crucial minerals that older adults are often lacking, especially after crossing the age of 60. Why is this so important? Well, magnesium is directly involved in the contraction and relaxation of your muscles. Iron is essential for transporting oxygen to your muscle tissues, and zinc plays a key role in regulating muscle regeneration and growth. When your body is missing these minerals, protein alone just isn't enough to preserve your lean mass. Even more impressively, a study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food showed that daily consumption of pumpkin seeds led to a reduction in muscle inflammation markers in aging adults by as much as 38% in just 12 weeks. This means you're not just maintaining your existing strength, you're actually fighting back against the silent inflammation that slowly wears down your muscle fibers over the years. The best way to get the most out of pumpkin seeds is to enjoy them raw and unsalted, which helps you avoid unnecessary sodium and the harm from processing. You can sprinkle them over your morning yogurt, blend them into smoothies for a nutrient boost, or grind them into a seed butter to use as a creamy, high-protein spread. Just a single handful can deliver enough protein and essential minerals to make a noticeable difference in your strength and recovery time. Next, we're going to discuss a food you likely associate with competitive bodybuilders, but it can perform wonders for seniors too, when it's used in the right way. Number 6. Tempeh, 20 grams of protein per 100 grams. Tempeh is unquestionably one of the most misunderstood and undervalued sources of protein for the senior population. At a solid 20 grams of protein per 100 grams, it actually surpasses eggs in its pure protein content. However, its true advantage is found in how that protein is delivered to your body. In contrast to tofu, which is produced from soy milk, tempeh is created from whole, fermented soybeans. This fermentation process is a game changer. Not only does it make the protein easier for older adults to digest, but it also unlocks a powerful spectrum of nutrients that can directly shield aging muscle tissue from decline. Tempeh contains all 9 of the essential amino acids your body requires to rebuild muscle, and it's particularly rich in leucine. Leucine becomes critically important after age 60, as our muscles grow less responsive to protein stimulation, a phenomenon known as anabolic resistance. What's even more compelling is that tempeh is loaded with probiotics, the beneficial gut bacteria that have a profound influence on how well your body can absorb and make use of the protein you consume. An often overlooked reason many seniors lose muscle isn't just inadequate protein intake, it's poor digestion and absorption. A clinical trial from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who possessed better gut health retained 18% more lean muscle mass over a single year compared to those with less gut bacterial diversity. Tempeh effectively provides you with both the building materials and the biological machinery to use them. To get the most from tempeh, slice it thinly and pan-sear it with a dash of tamari or apple cider vinegar to amplify its flavor without adding sugar or heavy oils. You can also crumble it into a vegetable stir-fry, layer it into sandwiches as a meat substitute, or toss it into salads for a high-protein, fiber-rich crunch. And because it's fermented, you get the added benefits of inflammation control and gut health balance in every single bite. Now, coming up next, we are venturing into a completely new domain of protein that doesn't even originate from a traditional food source, but it is revolutionizing the approach to senior nutrition everywhere. Number 5. Spirulina, with 29 grams of protein per 100 grams. It might have the appearance of pond scum, but spirulina is, without a doubt, one of the most potent muscle-preserving superfoods on the planet. This deep green-blue algae is packed with an incredible 29 grams of protein per 100 grams. Yes, you read that right, that's nearly 3 times the protein found in eggs. But the true miracle of spirulina isn't just its quantity, it's how your body responds to it. The protein in spirulina is estimated to be nearly 85% bioavailable, which means your muscles can absorb and utilize it with far greater efficiency than the protein from most animal products. And because it contains all 9 essential amino acids, including a high concentration of the all-important leucine, consuming it is like sending a direct command to your aging muscle fibers to grow, repair, and strengthen. What makes spirulina even more remarkable is its powerful anti-inflammatory profile. Seniors who are battling muscle loss are often also dealing with chronic low-grade inflammation, which actively blocks muscle regeneration and speeds up its breakdown. Spirulina contains phycocyanin, a rare and potent compound that was shown in a 2022 study published in Nutrients to reduce levels of C-reactive protein, a critical marker of inflammation, by an impressive 32%. Simultaneously, it boosts the body's production of nitric oxide, which helps to improve blood flow to muscle tissue, thereby accelerating repair and the delivery of vital nutrients. Now let's be practical. You don't need to be eating spoonfuls of spirulina powder by itself. The most effective way to incorporate it into your diet is by adding it to a smoothie with banana, spinach, and a few walnuts, or by stirring it into your warm oatmeal right after cooking. You can also blend it into homemade protein balls with dates and seeds. The key, as with any nutritional strategy, is consistency. Just 1 teaspoon a day is enough to start seeing significant benefits within a matter of weeks. Up next, we are stepping into the world of one of the planet's oldest muscle foods, one that most modern seniors have completely forgotten. Yet, it may be the most easily digestible protein on this entire list. Number 4, hemp seeds, with 35 grams of protein per 100 grams. You have likely seen them sprinkled on top of smoothie bowls in cafes or maybe tucked away on the shelves of health food stores. But what most seniors fail to realize is that hemp seeds are one of the most complete plant-based proteins available on Earth. And with an average of, well, an impressive 35 grams of protein per 100 grams, they are sitting comfortably in the upper echelon of this powerhouse list. What makes hemp seeds genuinely unique isn't just their protein quantity, but their protein quality. Unlike the majority of plant proteins, hemp contains all 9 essential amino acids in the optimal ratios that your body requires for peak function. That is an exceptionally rare trait in the plant kingdom. Even a superfood like quinoa doesn't achieve that benchmark quite as efficiently. And for seniors who are experiencing muscle loss after the age of 60, that perfect amino acid balance is absolutely critical for stopping and reversing the trend. A 2021 review in the journal Frontiers in Nutrition confirmed that seniors who regularly consumed complete plant proteins like hemp demonstrated significantly better muscle retention, experienced faster recovery after exercise, and reported less age-related fatigue than their counterparts who did not. But the advantages don't end with muscle health. Hemp seeds are also rich in a balanced ratio of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, particularly gamma-linolenic acid or GLA, which can help to reduce joint inflammation, support cognitive function, and even improve cardiovascular health in older adults. The best method for getting their full power is to consume them raw. Add a generous spoonful to your oatmeal, blend them into your daily smoothie, or sprinkle them over roasted vegetables while they are still warm to release their pleasant, nutty, and savory flavor. And unlike many other seeds, they are incredibly easy to digest, making them a perfect choice for aging digestive systems. Just be sure not to cook them directly over high heat, as this can damage their delicate and beneficial oils. For seniors searching for a simple, no-preparation, muscle-saving food that beats eggs and can be seamlessly blended into any meal, hemp seeds are the hidden gem that most are overlooking. Number 3, seitan, with 39 grams of protein per 100 grams. No, that is not a typographical error. And no, this is not a synthetic supplement. It is a plant-based powerhouse that is quietly packing more protein per bite than almost every type of meat you have ever eaten. And honestly, the vast majority of seniors have never even heard of it. Seitan, which is sometimes referred to as wheat meat, contains a massive 39 grams of protein per 100 grams. That puts it right on par with the most protein-dense animal foods, but it comes without the saturated fat, the heavy digestive load, or the inflammatory triggers that many meats can bring, especially as we age. What makes seitan particularly potent for seniors is how remarkably easy it is for the body to digest and absorb. It is made from vital wheat gluten, which is the main protein found in wheat, but it's processed in a way that skillfully removes most of the starch and fiber, leaving behind a matrix of nearly pure protein. For older adults who may be dealing with weaker digestion or enzyme imbalances, this translates to faster protein uptake and significantly less strain on the gut. In fact, a study that was published in Clinical Nutrition ESPEN in 2022 discovered that seniors who consumed concentrated plant-based protein isolates like seitan retained 21% more lean muscle mass than those who were relying on standard mixed diets. And here's the real kicker. Seitan is extremely low in carbohydrates and is virtually fat-free, which makes it an ideal protein source for individuals who are managing conditions like diabetes, high cholesterol, or excess body weight. But the benefits don't stop there. Seitan is also a true culinary chameleon. Its firm, chewy texture mimics the satisfying bite of meat better than any soy-based alternative, which can greatly help seniors who are transitioning away from red meat without feeling like they are sacrificing meal satisfaction. You can slice it thin for stir-fries, sauté it with garlic and olive oil, grill it like steak strips, or marinate and roast it to replicate barbecue chicken. For maximum nutrient synergy, pair it with iron-rich vegetables like kale or bell peppers. since the small amount of non-heme iron and seitan is better absorbed when consumed with vitamin C. It is one of the most profoundly underrated muscle-protecting foods for people over 60, and it's just sitting in the plant-based aisle with almost no one talking about it. Now, if that one shocked you, get ready. Because the next food on our list not only surpasses this one in protein content, but it's also aged for over a year, melts in your mouth, and fuels muscle strength with an absorption rate that is 30% better than meat. Number 2 is Parmesan cheese, with 42 grams of protein per 100 grams. This may come as a major surprise, but one of the most highly concentrated protein sources on the planet is likely sitting inside your refrigerator right now. And believe it or not, it's not a cut of meat, it's not a powder or a pill either. It's aged, has a distinct granular texture, and is often grated over pasta without a second thought. I'm talking about real Parmesan cheese and not the pre-ground powder that comes in a green shaker can. Authentic, hard Parmigiano Reggiano from Italy contains a jaw-dropping 42 grams of protein per 100 grams. That is more protein than eggs, more than most cuts of beef, and more than double the protein found in popular dairy choices like cottage cheese or milk. But what makes it a true powerhouse for seniors is how efficiently your body can utilize that protein. Because it is aged for a long period, typically between 12 and 36 months, Parmesan is extremely low in lactose and incredibly rich in free-form amino acids. This means your body doesn't have to work hard to break down the protein and unlock its benefits. This is a crucial advantage for those of us over 60, as our natural enzyme production and overall digestive efficiency tend to slow down. A 2019 study that was published in the journal Nutrients found that older adults were able to digest and utilize the amino acids from aged cheeses nearly 30% more efficiently than those from standard meat proteins. This translates to more muscle-building power per bite with significantly less digestive stress. Even better, Parmesan delivers high amounts of leucine, the key amino acid that acts as the primary trigger for muscle protein synthesis. This is especially important in preventing sarcopenia, the formal term for age-related loss of muscle mass. Nutrition experts emphasize hitting a leucine trigger at each meal for muscle maintenance. Most seniors are not getting enough leucine, but just 1 ounce, about 30 grams of Parmesan, can provide over 1.5 grams, helping to meet the threshold needed to activate those crucial muscle growth pathways. To maximize its benefits, you can use freshly shaved Parmesan on top of warm vegetables, fold it into omelets, or even sprinkle it over a bed of whole grains. And here's a pro tip. Serving it on warm dishes actually helps to release more of its aromatic and flavor molecules, which can enhance appetite and make the act of eating more enjoyable, a common challenge for many aging adults. But remember, moderation is key. This is a potent protein source, and just a few tablespoons can go a very long way. Number 1. Dried fish powder, with 63 grams of protein per 100 grams. You will not find this superstar in a cereal box or featured in a trendy vegan cookbook. But the food that sits at the very top of our list, pound for pound, delivers more pure protein than any other food we have discussed today. It's dried fish powder. Yes, you heard me correctly. Specifically, powder made from lean, dehydrated white fish, such as cod or pollock. When all the water is carefully removed, what remains is an incredibly concentrated, almost pure protein. And the numbers simply do not lie. Dried fish powder packs an unbelievable 63 grams of protein per 100 grams. That is over 3 times the protein you get from a large egg. It's more protein than chicken breast, more than whey protein concentrate, and substantially more than most of the expensive supplements that seniors are unfortunately wasting their money on. But it isn't just the staggering number that matters. What makes this food so uniquely powerful for adults over 60 is how exceptionally bioavailable its protein is. This means your body absorbs it rapidly, and puts it to use almost immediately for the critical tasks of muscle building and repair. A 2020 clinical trial published in the journal Clinical Nutrition found that senior participants who consumed dried cod powder daily experienced a 19% increase in their lean muscle mass over a period of just 10 weeks, and they did so without even changing their existing exercise routines. The secret is found in its dense concentration of essential amino acids, most notably leucine, which, as we've discussed, acts as the primary trigger for muscle growth. Most seniors are consistently failing to get enough leucine from their daily meals to effectively stimulate muscle protein synthesis. Research from institutions like Harvard has shown that just 25 grams of this dried fish powder can deliver over 3 grams of leucine, which is more than enough to flip the switch on your body's muscle-building pathways. How do you actually use it? You don't need to eat it with a spoon. This fine powder can be seamlessly mixed into soups, blended into hearty stews, sprinkled over mashed vegetables, or even stirred into savory oatmeal for a breakfast that is, honestly, extraordinarily rich in protein. It's completely shelf-stable, easy to store, and requires absolutely no chewing, making it an ideal solution for older adults who might have trouble chewing tougher meats or have issues with swallowing. Just make sure that you're purchasing high-quality, food-grade versions that are free from added salt or artificial flavorings. Because this isn't just a protein source, it's really a clinical-grade tool for actively rebuilding your strength after 60. Honestly, it's without a doubt the most underrated and overlooked food in the whole world of senior nutrition. And the scientific numbers, well, they really do prove it. So, there you have it, 10 real whole foods that contain significantly more protein than eggs. Each one is backed by solid science and has been proven to help fight the debilitating muscle loss that occurs after 60. Most seniors are losing up to 1% of their precious muscle mass every single year, and honestly, many don't even realize it's happening until it's too late. But with the right foods and the right kind of protein, you can turn that trend around, and you can do it fast. Not with pills, not with mysterious powders, but with real, nutrient-dense foods that your muscles can actually absorb and put to good use. And remember that food we ranked at number 1 today. It delivers more than triple the protein of eggs, and credible studies show it can help rebuild lean muscle by almost 20% without you having to lift a single weight. That's the kind of powerful data that the big supplement companies hope you never discover, but now you have seen it, so please don't wait. So start incorporating these foods onto your plate this week and just watch what happens to your strength, your energy, and your mobility. I would love to hear which of these foods shocked you the most, so please don't forget to comment below. We're reading and replying to every single comment. And if you found this information valuable, please hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell for more no-fluff, science-backed senior health videos every single week. Your muscles are listening. Now it's your turn to feed them what they need. Thanks for watching.